Bright light.
You got well. That's why I've put my light on too. If you can tell, I'm a bit brighter, and it's got that weird
Right?
off shadow. Looking at the last episode, it looked very dark, so I was like, I'll put a little extra light on, so it helps get that extra brightness going.
Light.
Oh fucking
Oh, I
yeah.
thought my tongue was. I had a twin Aussie pole thing.
Twin ice pole.
You know them freaking twin poles you just rip
Yeah, yeah.
apart?
The old you lick them for
I
a
had
bit and then they
had one of
snap in
those just
half.
before. Yeah.
Lick them down the center beforehand.
Right?
Get them going.
You said, you ready? You're ready for the pussy, mate. Always,
I
not
know.
always.
I know. I don't know why. That's why I laughed. I was like, oh well, it is what it is, and I was like potty. And I was thinking of getting
Also,
some which
I've got
flavor?
a flavor. It's pink grapefruit, I think.
Oh yeah, I was tempted to buy some. I was gonna get some ginger beer, but then I didn't end up doing it. I was gonna
These
get them
things
and
are
drink it for the
amazing.
potty, but I was like, I can't be bothered.
In the Nickelback
Stubby
holder.
holder. That's alright then. No, let's get this fucking shit on the roll. Fucking.
Yes.
Oh my god, how many categories? List. I don't know what that was.
I'm a bit sweaty because fuck it's warm in here.
Knees, weeks, arms are heavies.
And I just set up this thing again.
Yeah, reorganise, rearrange. Hopefully, get your actual setup sorted.
I'm keeping it all plugged in this time, so I'm not switching USBs and.
Yeah, it's all knows exactly where it goes in that specific
Yeah.
spot. He's gonna pop it.
Is it? I hate these lids. Oh, hang on. That's that last pop you got to do, which
Wait for it.
oh,
Oh, you got it. Spilled a bit of it.
pop. Just one little freaking
So
drop.
one thing I hate about those new lids for the not they I guess they're not really new. They've
They
been around
pop,
for
but
last.
it's like you have to hold it very fucking firm and just.
The old lids,
jolts.
like forever ago, were a lot better because these new ones, they're not new. They're old now themselves, but they're just a pain in the ass to get off the freaking bottle. Like,
Yeah.
you either got to try and yank it off, hit yourself in the head, or you fucking
Right.
almost gonna throw the thing like a grenade. You're like, fire in the hole. You know what I mean? Or you're gonna freaking
You have to use these as a grenade.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Pop it off and fire in the hole. Throw the pin, keep the grenade.
Right.
Yeah, get too carried away. Oh no, my drink!
Throw the fucking pin.
Oh, nah, fucking another week. Fucking, let's get this intro rolling before we fucking go any further. Fucking, what's up, bearders and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Yeah, last week's episode was, I guess, somewhat alright. It fixed itself up after we had our small break because of course, things. But then I did upload the episode late. If you, I don't know if you saw on there, but there is a short I put out which actually has got a bunch of views so far for the channel,
Yes.
which is good. It's got over 400 views on the short, so that's working well with the meme shorts. So look at that. I have made a few more, and I will be posting a few more like shorts up there soon enough of making a little bit of memes to get more traction for the channel. So keep an eye on that. I will start trying to. I gotta start trying to get like correlation to what's going on and maybe try and make stuff again like the last two shorts. But those
It's
old
also
shorts,
hard because things move so fucking quick.
I know it's hard trying to timestamp when things happen as well. Like that's the hard part to like know, like because then I gotta go back over the video and then try and cut out the best bits and find it. And if I can't remember because I don't know, the hour it was at, and it's just like fuck. I need to get like a little notepad and like mark it. Go okay.
I thought there was a key you could use and like.
Could be, but I don't want to
remember.
press the wrong key and then stop recording and then realize that we hadn't
Because
recorded.
I know on OBS there's a thing you could use and it
markers.
puts a timer down or whatever. I can't remember which one it is.
But if I keep a note, I could like look at the time and just be like quick little scribble while we're doing it. Like okay, 4 minutes,
30 minutes,
20,
40
30
minutes,
yeah,
an hour, like.
Yeah, and just mark it down 31 minutes. Then I know where to look from that point. If I need to go before or afterwards, I know it's in that general area. So I'm gonna have to start doing that. So eventually, soon enough, I'll have that. You might see me in the episode. People that are watching might see me scribbling something down. Those that are listening don't really know any different, but
they wouldn't know.
Those that are watching will see me a little scribble down, a little scribing on my little notepad, like. But no, I posted a short on TikTok as well, and that did alright. And then I did it on the short, and that worked as well. Also, But yeah, I was behind. Still technically am behind because I realized I haven't uploaded the audio of last week's episode. So
Oh.
so I am actually behind on that. So I'm gonna have to upload that after this. And then I might even like have this scheduled to upload as well while I'm doing that. So
Right.
see how I go. Um,
I'm just moving the thing across.
moving things
So it's
around.
out of the...
So hopefully everything should be recording fine anyway. I did a test beforehand and everything was working fine. I've done nothing different, so this should be working. I just feel a little bit paranoid now after that last episode, like the other episode we had, and there was just no audio. Like that made me so
Oh, right.
paranoid now. Like I'm so like skeptical all the time. I'm like, is it working? Is it working? I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. Good. There should be no problems. So I
Didn't the
just
test one too? Didn't you do it? No, you probably didn't do that, did you?
was that.
Did you do the test one too? Because you usually do that at the start of
Yeah,
every
yeah, I did.
episode.
That's the thing too. I did, and they were fine. It was just the episode bugged out, and I don't know what the fuck happened. But then it just muted the audio, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So that's why I was paranoid. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's happened. So that's why I'm very skeptical. I'm very scared now when I do the potty because I'm like, it could just turn off at any point in time and not record, and then everything's fucked. And I'm like, no,
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
it's bizarre indeed. So bizarre.
Bizarre. Hang
But
on, I'm just...
But no, fucking, I know, not much has really been happening since, like, general stuff, not much has really been happening. Like, you're still setting up, you've moved, of course. If those had seen last week's, he's still setting up.
I'll be out there next week, hopefully.
Those that haven't, we now know.
Next episode.
He's still sorting himself out. We're still with our setup here because it's definitely too cold outside the caravan now to, try and bother setting up now out there. Because I was gonna organise and set up the couch and do something and I was going to have like a little setup out there. If I was to do out there, we would have to do it earlier, which isn't a problem. We could always organise doing an early one during the day on a Saturday if we wanted to, but we like doing this at night time. So at this point in time during winter,
But it's right now when everyone's free, really. Like,
yeah, exactly. Because who knows what's going on during the day? Anything could come up. So we leave it to the end of the day. But nah, it's fucking cold out there. It's fucking freezing out there. So I definitely could not be sitting out there right now. I'd have to definitely be rugged
yeah,
up.
it's like 11 degrees. Oh, it's actually not too bad here.
Yeah, it is cold out there, so. But no, it doesn't bother me. I mean, we're still doing the podcast. It doesn't bother me where I'm set up. We're gonna try and sort things out. Like, it's just trying to get everything established and everyone feeling comfortable before we get into and hopefully get back into a nice rhythm of everything feeling.
It's just that transition period of
Yeah.
like, what the fuck's happening?
But like I've kind of gotten comfortable. You're now just got to re-establish yourself now because, like I say, you still got to set up in the other room, so you still got to technically reorganize everything. And
So
like
hopefully next episode will be
yeah,
outside of that window.
so that'll be interesting to see how that works.
You were seeing behind me will be two massive wall windows, two
Yeah.
fucking window walls.
Because it's just all glass. You got to put you got the curtains up. We haven't got no curtains yet, or
Got blinds.
blinds.
So.
At least you have your blinds, so they'll be closed up anyway. So
Yeah.
it's not too.
Yeah, but
big
if
a
it was
deal.
during the day, you see the lovely garden out there.
Yeah, that's it. But even then, you could leave.
See people coming and freaking going.
Yeah. No, so I mean, we might as well get into the chunk of the piece de la resistance. This morning, I mean, I woke up late-ish. It was like an hour after it already started. You woke up around the same
I woke
time.
up at 8. I'm like, fuck.
But
About 8:15, I think I got up.
Summer Game Fest has officially kicked off, I guess we'd say.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we had like PlayStation State of Play, so that's around the same time, but that was like a few days, like last week, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But now like we're actually into Summer Game Fest, so you guys that regularly follow and listen, you know what's going on now. We're in that time. We're in that season.
Xbox Showcase? Is that tonight? The Xbox Showcase?
I'm not even sure. Could be. Soon.
Let me have a. Because I'm trying to figure out when the. Because I actually want to watch it live.
We do this. We've done this like. How many? We've done this like every year now. We've done for every season basically, and we're still never organised when it happens. Like it's around the same.
They never put Australian dates, times. It's just like it's always an American time. It's like.
And you forget about it. But they had actually a fair chunk announcement
Oh,
for
June
this.
9th.
Oh well, that's Monday.
Monday for us, I think.
Yeah, because Sunday's
Monday
night,
at like
so
2 a.m.
So yeah, so
I think I'm just clicking on it.
um,
Followed by the Black Ops 6 Direct. So
oh yeah, because they got their big thing to try and promote that. I'm Did you already see like they're already plugging that on the Xbox dashboard?
I'm
For
not surprised.
Black Ops, it literally has it plugged, being like Black Ops 6,
I am not
play it day
surprised.
one with Game Pass. It's like, that's not going to help your. We've already seen it. It's Game Pass hasn't been helping anything. Like, they're literally going on about how sales have been doing crap, and then they're like literally plugging it more so. Like, wouldn't you try and suddenly not be plugging it and just let people find out if it's on, you know? And
It's Monday at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Like, we all know it's going to be on Game Pass, like beforehand, before them trying to advertise. But
I'll
like,
be awake.
people are going to be downloading
Hopefully.
that and playing on Game Pass as always, and then people are going to be wondering like, oh, why is Call of Duty not having support and blah 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 blah? Why is, you know, encourage them to have more million
Well, that's
transactions?
why they put it on Game Pass, because they'll get the subscribers. They won't have to buy it.
They'll get the subscribers, and then
But
we'll
the thing
see.
is, if you want to keep playing it, you got to keep paying.
But I'm wanting to see how this plays out, because I'm wondering if the microtransactions are going to be spitting out more so because of that reason. Because even though it's a paid game, you can still pay for it for $70. But because on Game Pass, the mentality now is like, oh, it's a free game.
I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if people that are buying it are going to get screwed over, in a sense that there's going to be so much microtransactions out of the wazoo because so many people are going to get it free that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if
Well,
that's
probably be the same as it is now, really, because
I would rather it's to stay where, like saying, I would rather it stay there
we're not
in
going
the
to
way
stay
it
the
is,
same, because they're still making millions now, like
because it's
just on microtransactions.
because like I don't want
Probably
games.
tens of millions, probably in the freaking billions
Mm.
every year.
I just don't want games going that route where they start being put on these passes and being like, oh, they're paid games, you can buy them for $70, but then chucked on a pass and then like, oh, look at this, here's this skin for $50. It's like I don't have to buy it, but then it puts the company in that point going, well, we know that people are going to not pay for this game and then trying to correlate for this to being better, but it's like, it's a paid game though. It's still at its core, it's a paid game. If you want it to be free to play, then actually make it free to play and then check on your microtransactions.
Yeah, the first thing I saw was PlayStation players have to buy it. I'm like, yeah, buy it once for like $80 here, and it's mine.
Yeah.
You're paying over and over and over and over.
Especially those that are like,
if you don't pay for a whole year, that's $200 odd.
Well, that's especially if you're like a purely COD player. So if you literally just play COD, and all you know, like those gamers that are COD gamers, that all they do is just play COD. So if they get this new one, get on Game Pass, and they play it for like 3 years or 4 years, because that's the only, you know, until the next COD, you know, I guess maybe 2 years. So they play Black Ops 6 for 2 years at $18.95.
Rational thinkers here, like.
Yeah, like that. If that's it, so then people go, "Oh, but I have access." Yes, okay, you have access to hundreds of games, but are you playing hundreds of games? If you are not, you are paying.
Yeah, if they install, play, uninstall, play, uninstall,
yeah.
play, uninstall.
So if you're doing that, if you're doing that, go for Game Pass. You're getting value for your buck.
Yeah.
But if you're playing 1 or 2 games on Game Pass, and you're like me, I've forgot sometimes, and I just pay for the pass. I don't even use it sometimes. I'm literally wasting my money. Like, I'm throwing $10 at them because I lowered my core down because I'm not really using. So I'm like, oh, at least I still get access to, you know, if I want to do online stuff.
I pay for core. It's like $80 a year for online. So
and that's exactly it. Like, that's fine. So then you
get 25 Game Pass games.
Yeah.
If they get rotating, so.
No, so that's not too big of a deal. But at the sense, if you're not literally using it, you're literally just wasting money because you're signing to something that you are not using. So that's the same thing. If you're paying for one game...
because they're increasing that price when COD hits, I'm guaranteed it.
Oh, it's going to be going up again soon at some point. They did say that it was going...
they're putting that price up to 25,
like, I don't know if it'd be around when COD, but like they did say that it would be going up again at some point.
Yeah, well,
not necessarily
putting COD on there when the price increase is coming.
Yeah, well, we have that, and then have that for like 3 months, and then in 3 months' time it goes up again or something stupid, like, you know. That's the way they work, you know. Get people in, get those people playing it, and then up the price, and then, yeah. That's
why I still love PS Plus. I just subscribe to Essential. You get your 3 or 4 games a month.
Yeah, you get your option. You
can play online, and I only pay like $80.
You got options. It's options, but and they, like I said, they still offer.
I would pay the middle tier for like all the catalog, but I own most of them games. So
like they still offer. At least with PlayStation, you still got your fucking 4 games a month, where Xbox dropped that. There's no such thing as that anymore.
Stopped the 360 and Xbox
But-
One games, like.
But we've gone off slightly segue talking about that. Having a rant
Yeah, I
about Game
know,
Pass.
right?
But it's coming back to the game still. But we had Summer Games Fest. We have Xboxes coming up. We'll have more from PlayStation coming up. So, as always, you'll still see us as always. Every time this year we go on about games. This is the heaviest part of games that we have, honestly, every year.
This is Christmas for us.
Like June, July, I guess usually it runs for, basically, because we have this and there's break and then there's stuff, and it's like.
Well, into August, September,
Yeah.
like you have like Gamescom in like
We
Germany.
have
and
this,
stuff
and there's a
after
break, and then it's usually middle of the year, like middle of the year is when we're heavy gaming. So you guys know it. You're always here. So, I will go through this list now. I've looked at some of the
Oh,
trailers.
excuse me.
Some of the stuff I don't need to because we already seen stuff previously. I mean, it would have been good to see some of these trailers if I actually sat down and watched them.
There was a lot of stuff that we've seen previously. In
Yeah, it's just some stuff they've
lot of
added
it.
more, just to put more out to get more hype going. Things like that, basic, the usual stuff. But going through the list, basically in order-ish, there was a few extra...
Did you watch the
I checked in there.
Devolver 21 minutes?
No, I didn't watch theirs.
After the
Like,
Summer
as-
Game Fest,
Yeah,
Devolver did their
as usual.
yearly
Yeah.
thing. It was fucking good too.
Yeah. No, I didn't watch it, unfortunately. I was just getting getting through it, like. But yeah.
Devolver are some
It
of
was-
the best at doing that. Like,
Well, remember, I was gonna say, coming back to that, do you remember last year's one, how, like, unorganized and broken their, was it Devolver's one? It was broken? No, it was the one after Devolver, wasn't it? I can't remember now. There was one they did. Someone who did it. It was
Ubisoft
after...
one.
No, it was one of the... I think it was... I don't know if it was Devolver's. It was like the level of Devolver. It might have been Devolver's one. But they had... I think it was...
Devolver, that would have been purposely done.
So, but they had it going...
Because all there's a...
But no, but the stream itself was fucked because, like, however they were streaming it, the streaming itself was fucked. Like, it kept,
I think that was
skipping.
Devolver then.
Like whoever was
'Cause their
running
whole thing
that...
worked last year.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. It was something like that. And it was just janky. I
Yeah, I
can't remember
don't
who it was now, but it was a weird janky one. It might have been PC, unless it was PC's one. It might have been PC.
I think it was the PC one.
But it was
I
funny
didn't
because that
watch
whole thing was just bugged. Like, they had fuck ups. The streaming was like thing disconnected, and then
Yeah, it
they
was
skipped to the next
PC
trailer.
game show.
I was like, oh my god, like, they were so unorganized. It was
Because I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll come back to that. We'll see how they go this year.
Because I dipped.
Yeah. After the Xbox. It was after Xbox, yeah.
Well, that was yesterday. That was today. They had
So...
the PC one.
Oh, did they have one
after
today,
the,
did they?
Summer Game Fest.
Oh, that's what they've changed the order up. But anyway, we're getting into Summer Games Fest. This is just the Summer Games Fest exclusive. I didn't look at any of the other ones.
Devolver and all that was after it.
I didn't go into the Devolver. I didn't look at anything else this time yet. We'll come back to that, like, maybe next episode. We can run through that with... I'll go through it, because I'll let it... we got the week of it, so we'll go through. I'll take all the
Because
notes
we
and I'll
got
come
Games Fest for the next 5 days to 4 days.
back. Exactly. So, this is
There's
exclusively...
going to be a lot more.
This is exclusively just Game Fest. Saying it again. Let's get on into it before I get distracted again. So basically, in order of all the things they showed off, they had No More Room in Hell 2. That was showed off. They showed off Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I put in quotations trash.
That does look fun though.
There was announced, which wasn't on Game Fest, but it was around well, it kind of was on Game Fest. It was one of the indie ones they announced, which was the a classic, The Thing. Did you see that? The Thing classic games getting redone.
Oh, The Thing, yeah. That was Night Dive Studios. I'm pretty sure.
Night Dive Studios. So they're working on that.
Who did the recent System Shock?
Oh, they did that, did they? That's alright then. Fucking Cuff Bust.
Night Dive have done a lot of old games new again. Like,
well, that's what their main focus is for that studio, is reviving like classic games. That's their main focus in doing.
They're only a small studio, like 12 people or something, like maybe 12 to 20 people.
Which is.
But they're pumping out more games than anyone else. Like,
there was a Star Wars Outlaws trailer. Zneva. So I know you can stop me anytime I'm going through this. Oh, if you want to make notes. There was Neva, Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
I didn't see any of these.
There was the Lego Horizon trailer dropped. which looks good. I actually looked
That
at Lego
Sid
Horizon.
Meier's one. I've never played that.
Did you
Never.
did you actually watch the Lego Horizon one?
It looks pretty fucking good.
It's the first
And it's,
uh
and it's multiplayer.
yeah. So it's PlayStation exclusive ish, but it's the first Sony IP game that's on Nintendo. So it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting there.
Because it's not made by Sony though. That's the
No,
thing. Like
but it's only on Sony and
it's
Nintendo
made
and
by
PC.
Gubu.
Yeah. So
Fuck
it's
the
coming out on
developers.
PlayStation, PC, I think it
Gabo.
said, and Switch. It's skipping Xbox.
Switch. Yeah.
It's on everything but Xbox.
Which makes sense because I think because it's Lego.
Yeah, which makes sense for the Switch, but I thought that was hilarious.
Like if it wasn't Lego, it wouldn't have been on the Switch. I don't think.
No, exactly. Once Human, Metaphor, we
That
had
does look that's been out for a while though. Like the early
yeah.
access.
Well, that's it. So all these are the more like established now. We had which yeah, you got screenshots there anyway. Street Fighter 6 Season 2 was announced and teased. So there's a new character roster for that.
Ooh.
Anything you guys want us to go deeper
I haven't
into?
played mine yet. My game
We
yet.
can
I installed it once, then uninstalled
yeah.
it.
But let us know. I might post more information on these anyway on the socials. This is just a rough list because I had a rush morning, so I just went through and just made the list. I'll mostly go through and put like post up on Insta later.
I
Or
have no
something
idea
of
what Tears of
information.
Metal is.
That's exactly why. So Tears of Metal, we got Dragon Ball Spark Zero, Delta Force.
Dragon Ball Spark and Zero, which had a release date of October 3rd
There we go.
or 11th. October 11th. Which I'm looking forward to that because it's a continuation of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. It's the next game in that.
That makes sense. Yep.
Which has been like 20 years since that. Last game was on PS3, so.
Shit, yeah, that is actually a while
And
back. Fuck.
Have you seen it? It looks amazing, doesn't it? Like
No, I only saw like I think some screenshots, basic. Because like it was like a tweet, so someone like shared like a
well, they put what if moments like in the old games.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah, that's a good little.
I'm like, oh, that looks like what if Frieza
yeah
did something different?
Yep.
Like they put that into the game. I'm like, ooh.
Broly, I've shot your mother.
I'm keen for that. I'm gonna There's a collector's edition for that as well somewhere.
Broly, a stray blast has hit your mother. So it just changed everything up. So his father was his mother there instead. Like goddamn. I mean Delta Force, which
Probably Delta Force looks so good.
That's apparently inspired by Black Hawk Down. Fatal Fury got new characters in the roster.
Yes.
Battle Crush, Mecha Break.
I think it's only PC though, which is sad. I'm like,
Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. So that's the classic '90s game getting a revamp, which wasn't too bad. The old arcade side scroller. Deer and Boy. So a lot of these are indie, but then some of these. So it's a very mixed because we got like indie games, but then like big titles as well. Like we got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There was. It is lagging a little bit here. I don't know what's going on.
Deliverance.
Slitterhead. I don't know if you saw that one. That was from the Silent Hill.
It's a horror game.
Yeah, it's from the Silent Hill creator. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, there was a trailer for that last year, I think.
Yeah, they had another.
Because I saw it, I think last Games Fest.
So
I've seen none of it since.
Yeah, till today. They post more up again. And it looks good. Killer
Is it
Bean.
coming out this year? Did it say or?
I don't remember.
Killer Bees.
Killer Bean.
Where are you seeing this?
Killer Bean.
They're on the fucking list.
Yeah, it should be there under Slitterhead. Killer Bean. Keen. Keen. So there's a bunch of indies. So a lot of these are indie. Wonder Stop.
I have no idea what that even is.
Unknown 9, Entoria, First Descent. Then
Underwear?
First Descent was another one. Sonic's X Shadow Generations.
I've seen none of that.
I thought I sent you the screenshot of that one.
That's not on there. All I see is Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then it goes straight to Skate.
Oh, you're missing the one
No.
in between it. What the fuck? I sent you 3 screenshots.
Oh, I see it. So the head
Yeah, there you go.
could have been. Yeah. What the fuck?
Khan, Keen, Wonder
They put them
Stop.
all 3 side by side.
Sonic
That's
X
weird.
Shadow
I missed it.
Generations. So there was like
My bad.
a Shadow's getting a bunch of campaign
Unknown
stuff.
9 looks pretty fucking good.
Um, Among Us creators showed off their new indie publishing studio as well. Outer Sloth. So there was a bunch of games there that they're working on and helping to publish. They also showed off the Among Us TV show, which was a little bit cringy. Personally, the trailer was just like,
Yeah, of course it is. It's for
it
not
was
for us.
no.
Really.
Dune Awakening.
It's for the younger generation.
That looked very interesting. Dune Awakening.
Yeah, that's a MMO, like a Final
Mm.
Fantasy like online thing, 14 thing.
Battle Aces. The final season 3.
The finals looks pretty good because I saw it at season 1. It looked decent, but now it looks way
because of the
better.
funding behind it, they've started developing, getting a
Yeah.
foot on their game. New World 8.
Yeah, it's nice now.
Aidenum? I don't know.
New World's still a thing?
Artnum?
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. So that's a weird name for a game too. And then we got the Alan Wake 2 physical finally announced.
That's
Pre-orders.
what I woke up to. I literally woke up, went out there, turned it all on. There was something going on, and then it went straight to Sam Lake. I went, oh, and then he came out, did a little dance, and then it was like physical. And it's like,
yeah, I gotta like
waiting
get all
for this day.
I gotta get all that stuff and then like start posting stuff.
And a collector's edition.
Like, yeah, oh. I wanna try and pre-order that when they've put that up, when they get it. But it comes out October.
So now I'm thinking Max Payne, the remake 1 and 2, should get a physical straight up because people want it. Like,
well, that's it. It was just we had this whole.
It's easy fucking money for them.
Like that's it.
But then again, it's through Epic, who didn't want to do a fucking physical. I don't think.
It's just annoying. At least I'll be able to get it now physically. I've got it digitally on PC. Like I have no problems with that. But I will buy it physically for PlayStation now. Like I will have 2 copies of it.
Yeah, get
like,
a PS5, right?
Like I have no quarrels of owning on PC, not being able to play it, and then buying it again for PlayStation. Like I have no quarrels whatsoever. Like they deserve the money. Like Remedy deserve it.
Oh yeah. Well, considering Remedy are an indie team, really, like they're an independent.
They only do very limited. They're not doing a bazillion things. Like, you know, that's you need to help these companies.
Do one game or two at a time. They always have one coming out and then work on something in the background.
And that's the thing. Like, without their support, they're not going to be able to keep doing or knowing what should be made.
Well, that's why they're partnering with Epic for Alan Wake 2 and.
Because they needed someone to help publish.
Because if Epic didn't get with them, I don't think they wouldn't have made Alan Wake 2.
Well, they sort of like exactly it. Like they're a decent company, they're a size, but they still need someone to help them publish or how do something. You know what I mean? You can make a game,
fun. Like they still need some help.
Yeah, like they still need that backing
and still be independent. Like they're not under Epic; they're just getting help from Epic.
Exactly. There was Honkai Star Rail Expeditions. So
that's weird.
Another anime Honkai game. Dark and Darker, which I thought was pretty cool. That's back.
That looked interesting.
Kanitsu Gamai, Path of the Goddess. Hyper Light.
That looked weird.
Breaker. There was a Big Party Animals update. We finally also got the Skate, which you just said before. We finally got the update on Skate. Finally coming to consoles. Consoles.
That Skate game looked like fucking trash.
It's a free to play. It's gonna be.
Did you see the skate? It looked like they were hovering off the ground skating. It looked so airy.
Yeah, there is a lot of that. It's been on PC for a bit in early access ish. It had to be very kind of like exclusive, but it's coming to console.
Was not impressed.
But like I said, it is going to be free to play, which is going to be pretty good. So I give it the benefit of the doubt for that one. Going back to Skate would be nice.
Also, very microtransaction being free to play.
Yeah, I can see that definitely happening, but at the same time, I mean, it's like for that specifically.
You can tell by the state of it, it was fucking free to play.
Well, it was. They technically shut down.
The models with dog shit.
Oh, it's still very in early access ish. like I've seen its early stages, and it was like, it was
Yeah, it's out soon though.
it was something.
That's the thing.
It's still in beta-ish for consoles and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how we go. What it's gonna be like when they actually get it going. But oh no, it's the
It won't
community.
improve too much.
The community is behind it, which is good because, like, say EA
Well, they
was
have to be. There's no other skate game except for that shitty.
yeah. Well, EA was
Couple
nearly
years
going to
ago.
abandon it, and then they were kind of dropping the IP in general, like no one. And then they were going to
They
do
kinda
Skate
should.
4, and it went weird, and then they finally got the
They
hype
should
back
sell
behind
the
it.
IP really.
So I'm personally happy that it's back, but we'll see how it goes because I love the three other skate games. They were fucking great. Like I love the hell out of those. But anyway, we'll keep moving forward. Power World is getting a new island.
Yeah,
So
but they look still way better.
so it'll be interesting. My phone's spazzing out. Valorant.
Yes.
They finally advertised Valorant coming to PS5 and Series X after so
Yeah,
long.
that was a random announcement.
Well, I knew it was going to happen eventually. That it was rumored like years ago. You know, a couple of years ago that it was going to happen. So now they finally got around to like pushing it that they're going to have like that beta list, like sign up now.
Yeah,
Like
there's a beta soon for it,
so.
then it comes out end of the year.
They showed off the
I
mobile
might try it
game.
on PS5 now that it's coming to console.
Well, that's it. I'll mostly look at playing it because that means if it's coming to consoles, we should have better regions to play it for console. Because one biggest problem for PC was the Oceania region is pretty shit for PC. So, and you can't really play cross regions. So it's going to be hopefully allow more people to play it. So, and it's
Well,
a
there'll
very
be a lot more people who were interested but didn't have a PC, or they just didn't get it on PC.
and that's it. Mobile game, which a few of these were mobile games, which I just skipped it, but this one here was Squad Busters is a mobile game. I've been playing it. Ain't
I didn't
too
see
bad.
them. I didn't really give a shit
This
about
is
mobile
basically
games.
the end of Summer Game Fest anyway, because they ended up having the Inside Out 2 trailer. So they had everything games and they had one movie trailer, which I was like, okay, that's a bit random, but I guess because apparently the character they've introduced is like a game enthusiastic character, so gaming is a big thing in Inside Out 2, so that's
Wait, what's this
why.
for?
The movie Inside Out, that Disney movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the trailer for the second one.
It's being voiced by
Oh.
who was it
I
again?
know it's to do with gaming. That's why they showed it off because I remember seeing the other trailer. But something gaming related. So
who they put in there again?
I can't remember. Oh, their voice. I think because they must be voicing that new personality. So
I don't remember, Jack. That Summer Games Fest was trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Monster Hunter Wild and then Phantom Blade
They had
Zero.
like a handful of good announcements.
Well, that's what I mean. Realistically, when you go over this, like Monster Hunter Wild and then Phantom Blade Zero at the end, like for me, out of this whole list,
Yeah, that looks pretty fucking good.
the only ones that I was kind of like, okay, like it's like okay, cool, we got more on Star Wars Outlaws, but we already know that's coming and that comes out soon. Like you pre-order that, like that's the thing that we already know about.
Was that in a few months?
Like having that was just filler to have into like a time slot. To me, it's like, yeah, I know it's coming. You don't need to remind me. Like I'm gonna be getting it. Like cool, you know, like
Pre-orders have been out for how long? Weeks at this point.
like Lego Horizon, that confirmed that they were actually doing a game because there was rumors them possibly doing a game.
Well, there were some rumors of a multiplayer Horizon, which that's what this is, and then it went to Lego.
Yeah,
and that was what it is.
it's not bad. Like I'm going to be getting that for sure. Like I'm definitely getting that.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm not a big fan of Aloy's voice actor.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I like the original Aloy voice actor better.
I know it does suck when they change.
She's way too cheerful in the Lego one. Like that's not Aloy.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that sometimes.
Then again, it's not meant to be like the
No.
main Horizon. I don't
But a lot of us here, I'm not too fussed about realistically. Like Slitherhead is good.
Yeah, that looks good.
You know,
the
it's kind of cool. Like the Thing. You know, Alan Wake. I'm keen
They're bringing
for.
back
Like
the Thing game from what the 90s, wasn't it?
yeah, like a lot of this stuff is a lot of indie stuff, but a lot of it is like, okay, cool. Like, did I really need to be informed by it? Like, is it really an announcement?
About Alan Wake 2 getting a fucking physical edition
Like
now.
that. That's what I mean. Like that's why I was like, oh, let's I'll write the list down and just go through this because this is what
And
I
the
want to talk about.
DLC's out tomorrow for free.
Oh, that's funny up, is it?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. Well, today for Americans.
That's alright.
Tomorrow for us.
I mean, realistically, like that's the thing too. Like I could have bought it at
Same
any
time.
point in time for digitally on PlayStation if I
I
wanted
think
to.
it's a free DLC. Plus, you get Jesse's in there. You got
Yep.
the guy from Quantum Break's in there.
Yep.
They're all being connected. It's more wacky than the actual base game.
That's cool. That's what the Control DLC did too. The Control DLC did that. Like I'm still looking at possibly.
It wasn't more on the nose that this is because it
Yeah.
had references to Alan Wake and references to this, that. But this
Yeah.
actually has them in there.
That's alright then. It would have been. See, that's the thing because that's what they're trying to work out getting the whole Quantum Break thing because it was Xbox. Like they had trying to get the rights and sort things out, and that's why it was very.
Quantum Break isn't part of the universe, but it's in Remedy's universe.
Yeah,
so-
and that's why they were trying to. There was a lot of things that they were trying to work out with Microsoft
Like, it's
for a
not
while
connected to Alan Wake or that at all.
there. But no, like still, it's like just getting references. Still, it's like they had to work around and work things to be on the nose, and then a bit more so, and do things so it kind of connects it, but kind of doesn't. Like, because it's a big multiverse.
Because I'm pretty sure the physical's out by the end of the year, so it's out soon.
Yeah, October. I said that October.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All they said was fall, so anytime
Yeah, no,
between
October.
fucking blah blah.
It's already slated October. I looked it up.
Oh.
So pre-order now.
Oh, because of this fucking spooky season. That's fucking why.
But no, like
Every horror game's coming out in October. Like you got Silent Hill 2, October.
Always do. Oh, I will want to bring that up though as well. That's one thing I do want to talk about for this episode. Is I do laugh again, and I've been talking to Ed about it. I've told him the only reason happening, people are giving it shit as always, is if you didn't notice like last, because everyone's doing the exact same thing as they did last time with another game, which was PlayStation exclusive, which was Horizon, where they're like, oh, Aloy's too fat, and they're like, oh, Silent Hill's like, oh, these characters are too fat. It's like, well, I know who these people are. We know who these people are. We know the demographic that are having problems with these parent characters being too fat. These character models are shit. This game graphics are bad. The graphics are horrible. Or who's going to play a walking sim? Or
What
who's
I
going
don't
to do
get
that?
is it's a 30-year difference, PS1 to PS5. If you try and replicate 1-to-1, it won't work.
Like the distraught, like people gotta remember too, like there was that distraught.
You see how Leon Kennedy changed from the PS1 game to the PS4 game?
But like some people are trying to bringing up like, oh, look at the distorted looks of these characters in the original. I'm like, yeah, that's the original because that's the art style they had for the original game.
That's the pixelated.
That's
fucking,
what
they were limited to that.
Characters in Silent Hill in the originals were very lethargic looking characters, but that was the it was like the melancholy, like let's make everyone look distraught, lifeless, sucked out, like soulless people. Like that's the style that they went with. That was part of that.
I mean, yes, the remake does look janky as fuck, but it looks fun as well.
But like that's the thing, like, but people are ripping on it for the typical rips that anyone else does, that are a certain demographic group that they seem to rip on with any other game that seems to come out on PlayStation.
Or the fact that they're major fans and it's not exactly 1-to-1, but even then, just go play the original.
Like that's the thing. Like I'm a fan of the game. I don't see any problem with it. It seems fair to me. Like okay. We had, like I said, we had really lethargic. If you want characters that look lethargic and skinny, then go play the original. If you wanted that look, play the original. Like that's what that was. This is a reimagining, like remake of it. This is what the art style and look and they chose for this version.
It's got
of
the
it.
original creators, like some of the original creators behind the original game.
People forget.
Working on this.
People forget. It was easier in the old generations on the old like Xbox, like not Xbox, but fucking Xbox. I'm thinking of the Xbox. I'm trying to be on the nose about Xbox. But on the original PlayStation, you couldn't do roundness. That's why everyone looked lethargic.
I mean, you could, but there was more oval.
Exactly. Like if you wanted to do some kind of fullness, it was literally round obese looking because that's all you could do. So it was because it was all polygons, it was all triangles. So that's why even for 3D animations that they had back then,
it's all triangles now though.
Yeah, but it's multiple triangles make roundness. Like you got to know how things work. But like people being like,
I don't know how that works. I'm just saying, like then it was actually squares,
and
you can't really make things round from a square.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You had square, but everything was
Triangles you
triangle
can
shaped.
because you just got to piece enough of them around.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying though. But no, but I'm
But
saying
like,
everything was triangle shaped. You look at everything. Everything was triangle shaped at a large. Like everything was not square. Like
yeah,
everything was all
because
round.
things were square. Like you
Yeah,
can't really.
everything was a pixel. So at a small they were
Things were
square, but
angled.
at large they were triangles.
Yeah.
So every other character models, like Crash Bandicoot, he was triangle. You know, freaking Lara Croft,
Right.
she was triangle. You know, a lot of characters were triangle or hexagon. That's just how they were shaped because it was upper body down to the waist. Triangle, shoulders, waist. It was easy. And then you just kind of fill in the space here and there. But
Yep.
but no, like it's typical every time. Like if say you look at how like Senwa came out in Xbox. Did you see anyone bagging out the graphics, like not graphics, but like how the character looked? Or her ears are sitting this way,
Yeah.
or she,
I
know what I
did.
mean? Like, but I'm saying like
I.
when you see it, but like when you
This is
compare
just
it,
the internet, man.
I know, but like you compare that with how much it happened with like when we heard about the stuff people talking about with Aloy. Like, how much did you hear more of? I feel like I heard more people complaining about Aloy looking chubby and fat
Yeah.
and having hair on her than I heard them
Yeah.
talking about
I
Senwa.
don't get how that even come about. The hair on the face is like. Have they even seen a real woman who
Like
like
that's what I'm
in the
saying.
light?
Like that's what I'm getting at though. Is like when it was happening to PlayStation, all I heard about, all I
Everyone
saw
has
about,
peach fuzz
everyone
on
was
their
talking
face.
about it, and even random news articles were picking it up. But then Senwa and people kind of talking
Like
about things about Senwa, and no one
I
really
don't
makes a
get
deal
it.
out of it. And then this
I
comes
don't get
out,
it.
and people are making a deal out of fucking Silent Hill. It's just like, who are these people? Like, have you
I
played any of the
mean,
others? Like, have you?
James does look a bit weird in the face, to be fair.
I mean, you look at it again. You look at him
You're like,
originally. He looked fucking weird. Look at any of those characters in the original. They look fucking weird. They had the big fucking
yeah,
eyes with
because
the deep pockets. The cheeks had no fucking muscle in them. They're like, oh, Silent Hill. Oh, where's my daughter? Like, everyone was a zombie basically.
they
Every
fucking
character.
nailed the nurses though. They look creepy as shit in the fucking remake.
Like that's the thing. Like everyone was like a fucking living dead person in Silent Hill. Like all the games were like
I'm just
that.
scared now because
I do
Pyramid Head, they've made a joke. I think
I
they've
mean
made him like
I do laugh with one photo image that someone did of
they gave him a
I can't remember
story.
her
Like I
name.
think they made him playable.
Oh really? Okay, that's a bit like
I think.
oh god. That I'm a bit like okay, really? They need to? Can they just
Well,
do it?
there's like an origin story of him, which wasn't
Uh
in the original.
he's not even he's a character of fucking thing his imagination.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now
Like
you're gonna
he's
make me hate Silent Hill for things like that. Was it what's his name? Who is it? Who's the main guy? I forgot his name now.
James Sunderland.
Sutherland, that's it, James. So he himself, he made up the imagination. He
He
created.
manifests everything there.
Yeah, Pyramid Head is a manifestation of his mind. It's his fear. Like Pyramid Head is his fear.
He's a bit,
Yeah, exactly. So trying to give him an origin story, that's him sitting there
that's
going,
what the movie conveyed. Like, remember that original Silent Hill movie was so good.
"Oh, it was kind of good," but again, they were bringing characters. James wasn't even in that movie. Like,
No, because he wasn't meant to be.
no, that's what I'm saying though. But they'll bring in all the story and characters that of his from his imagination in this movie when he wasn't even there. It's like, where are these characters coming from? It's his imagination. That's what I was like,
Right.
what the fuck's going on? Like, that gets me.
The movie was good though.
It was a good movie, but that was
The
my
second one
trope
was
with it.
dog shit, but
That was my trope with it because it's just like, how are they getting these characters in this world when they're from his imagination?
with this remake, they're making Resident fucking
I
Silent
know.
Hill 2, the game into a movie as well. Like we're
Yep.
getting the game and the movie, so that's nice.
All right. Like they're the
It's
only
from
things.
Bloomhouse, I think. Or no, A21.
They're doing a proper movie, are they?
Yeah, they're doing Silent Hill 2 movie.
Yeah, actual like proper. Because then that means
You
if they're
could see
doing
the characters from the game in the movie.
Yep. Is it
clips.
live action or is it animation
Yeah.
or is it okay.
Live.
So this
Live
then
action.
therefore this then if that's the case
I think it's the
will be-
original Silent Hill director is back for this one, so
so this will be more of a proper sequel to the first movie
Mm.
then.
or
Where
a
that
reboot,
one was
really.
because the second one was like technically followed
No,
straight on from the first
Yeah,
one.
proper
But
sequel because that first one is the first game, I think. That
yeah,
first
it's
movie.
meant to be the first game basically.
Well, they put Pyramid
Ish.
Head, but I don't get
I
that.
know, but this will be. But again, if the whole again mental thing, it could be anyone's. there are loopholes you can kind of slowly work around, which still pisses me off.
You know,
But
but
that's the only thing that
it
I
makes
get
more
annoyed
sense with this one.
is canonically is where when things are canonically fucking around. That's when I get annoyed with stuff when you're fucking with the canonical
Marvel do it all the fucking time.
like that's annoying. Um, but when you're like characters and stuff, like they look fine.
Marvel are bad for that. So is fucking DC. Like,
Retconning all the time. That's the biggest issue is when they're trying to retcon everything all the time.
yeah.
And it's just like, we did this, but now we're going to retcon that. And it's just like, for fuck's sake. Like, what's canon, what's not? But yeah, so no, yeah, realistically, but kind of going off tangent, on tangent,
Oh,
off
speaking
tangent.
about retcon,
Retcon. Mm.
that Venom 3 looked fucking good.
That did. That did. They've, I don't know if you've seen
The
any
end of
information.
Venom, that's his last movie. And I'm like, fuck.
They've retconned. There's screenshots I've seen from that movie that they look like they've retconned. So if we remember in Spider-Man,
Yeah,
where
the dude at the end of the second movie.
yeah. So we know how he saw him. He was there and he left the bar, and that little bit of venom was left there. We do see an agent that's trying to stop Venom end up at that bar somehow and interrogating him. Whether it was, I don't know whether it's because he
And he looks way different.
well, so I'm wondering whether he, when he snapped it, because remember how he was in one world and he snapped and he appeared back wherever he must have appeared back at another bar in the other universe. So whether it would have been the same guy there with just with longer hair. So I'm guessing that he snapped at one and appeared back in the same location in the other, and then the dude with the long hair, like he just came from nowhere. So they're trying to still work with that in sense, but maybe retconning that a little bit because we haven't heard anything
in
else.
his own universe.
Yeah, because the Venom piece was left over in the MCU, but they might be scrapping that with what's been going on.
Well, it's
so
Venom's last movie. Like, I think they just cutting him out now. Like, he's
I mean, with that bit that's left in the MCU, they can easily get another actor completely separate because it is a different universe. We do now know, like they've kind of stapled the point that's how the Venom is there in this timeline, but they can either ignore that, leave it, or
it's not Tom Hardy.
Yeah, exactly. Have someone else play now because it's just a fragment of the symbiote itself, not Eddie Brock. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with that. Still, if they still go down the route, but basically with them, what they're doing is kind of also correlates wrapping this up, but then also could also correlate with like kind of letting it go in the MCU.
I also think Eddie Brock and Venom's gonna die though.
It's getting to that point. Like it's something's gonna happen.
Because it said like whoever fucked up Venom's planet and that are there to fuck them up.
Yeah, to get they're there to get bloody revenge on Venom. The only problem is a bit of a slight quarrel. I mean, it was a good setup with what they were doing from the planet Homeward-ish. Was theoretically a good setup for what like the lore works with the MCU, what the MCU's doing. But I think
but they just pulled out of fucking nowhere. It's like, oh, they're coming from a planet.
But I think so I think how they're doing it is they're doing it their own way because it is its own universe, the Venomverse. So it's not going to collide with what the MCU want to do
with Marvel there, like
fuck. Because that which is good because that if you remember
which makes sense because Venom isn't owned by Marvel, like that's a Sony thing, like
no that's the hard part. But if you remember the because like we said we've had Gorn in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Like Marvel don't have the movie rights to Venom at all.
They have.
They're Sony's.
No, they're allowed to use him. They have signed that, so they can work with him.
Yeah, only with Sony's allowance.
Well, no, that's already agreed upon by doing the Spider-Man movies. That was part of the whole thing. So,
yeah, they're almost up too. So
there's still everything's all in agreement. They've already worked all that out, so they can still do stuff. So everything's covered there. But like I said, we've got characters that have already led in towards that because we had Gorn, which was in Love and Thunder. We've got in the Eternals, we had the blade at the end of that movie, which was the other weapon, which makes sense. Because technically, in the main comic timeline, the blade we saw was meant to be the blade of the god thingy guy, who's technically the creator of the symbiote. And then Gorn was like his right-hand henchman. There's all this shit, so like there's already established.
Sony own all the symbiotes too. Shit.
Yeah, because it's Spider-Man. Sheesh. It's Spider-Man, so everything like that's covered. Venom specifically, So that's covered. So, but basically, how it happened is all the symbiotes.
Yeah, Marvel can't touch live action Spider-Man at all.
No, they can to a point. They're still in their license.
Well, yeah, with Sony say so.
Yeah. But they've already agreed with what they're doing. It's all like not. They can't just randomly make their own.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do a Spider-Man with some random dude named Tim Lee or something. I don't know. They can't do that.
Oh,
like,
no.
That's
right.
Yeah. It's still Tom Holland. Tom Holland's still Spider-Man. Like he's still Peter Parker. Like they haven't changed.
He's done after this next movie.
That's what I'm saying though. Like he's still.
Thankfully.
That's what I'm saying though. He's the only
they
Spider-Man. Like
they're on to Miles, so
that's the that's what I'm saying. Like he's the only one they got like slated. There's no one else because he's part of that timeline. Like there's no other actor that's except for Miles, which is a different character altogether. That's what I'm saying. There's
well, there is. They can still have Andrew Garfield and what's his name?
That's still
Tobey Maguire.
That's still recorded, but that's still under Sony's say so. That's still there.
Yeah.
Again, but like there's only one Spider-Man. That's Peter Parker at the moment. Like Tom Holland at the moment. There's only one Spider-Man, Peter Parker. It's Tom Holland. He's the only one that is the one at the moment. Like he's still. You know what I mean? Like he's still trademarked as Spider-Man. There's no other trademarked. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Marvel can't change him.
Yeah, no one can change. Well, no one's really changing him at the moment.
They kind of usher in someone else.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that there. So there's a whole.
Tony can if they were dicks about it.
If they were dicks about it, but it is all in the agreement.
Like they did Andrew Garfield, they just changed that for Tom Holland.
Well, that was because of the MCU lineup. That was why, because Garfield.
Although their movies did flop, so
Garfield didn't match in line with what they were wanting to do with Disney Marvel. So that's why.
Yeah, but also their movies did flop hard. Sadly,
to a point, yeah. So there's all reasons why it happened because we've already it's all there. There's a reason why it changed, and it all makes sense why things are the way they are. But they are working, like I said, with where Venom taken the whole symbiote thing. Is more of the symbiotes exist as a individual, their own individual symbiotes. Is that how they exist in this Venom universe, which is different?
It's just good that it's not him in the MCU because it wouldn't make any sense in the first place.
So,
just come out of nowhere.
I mean, he does basically. He is the only symbiote. He's created by I can't remember his name. He was the symbiote god. It's like his blood or something. It was weird. I can't really remember. But it was only the one. It was Venom. Venom was the only one, and every other symbiote was a child of Venom. That's how it was created. So Venom was the original one. Every time he kept fusing with someone, he kept creating a child of himself. So that's where all the symbiotes came from.
Or if a piece just vanished somewhere, like
that's realistically how we got the Venoms, like the other versions,
and Carnage.
Yeah, like that's how they've done it. I mean, they showed you birthing how they literally made like Carnage his son in Venom, like they did that. But like they kind of showed it with Toxin as well, I guess, because a bit of him took over the cop, and then it kind of helped the cop, but then like when it jumped through him, so it kind of like left a part with him. So it kind of showed that, but where they're going with having the aliens coming is showing that Venom was an individual, like. Some of the other ones are individuals because they're actual aliens. Like they're again.
Well, Venom isn't an individual. Like he's not controlled by anything. Like it's just him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they're showing that there are other they're going with more of other individuals
because he controls Eddie Brock. Like
because he's a symbiote. But like I said, and
he controls Spider-Man, and he controls blah blah. Because
the only other time we saw that was the first movie when one of the other ones came originally. Looking for when he was trying to leave, or he was trying to if you remember that the whole boss fight, and it literally was another alien, and it was just another symbiote. Like that's the first time we saw that, and then they left that for the second movie because they showed Venom cloning himself basically by body hopping and then creating mixing part of him mixing with the blood. So we got Carnage, part of the mixing with the blood of the cop. So we got Toxin, and then we're seeing the other versions in a different way where we're seeing other creatures that are individual symbiotes, but. I mean, it's cool. It's a different take on it. It's a different take on the whole symbiote.
Well, that's what the live action should be. You shouldn't one-to-one a comic.
So, I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like I said, everything in the comics made sense because it was always like when a bit of venom fused with Wolverine's blood, or a bit of venom fused with the Hulk's
Right.
blood, or a bit of venom fused with Magneto's blood, and that's how Venom created new versions. Like that's how we ended up getting like anti-venom, because one of the
But that
serums was
can't
like
work in live action because you got to actually
have
see
these.
the
Yeah,
characters.
you got to see him fuse with that character, which would be cool.
And
So, but we can't get that. So that's why they made individual already pre-individual versions.
but also there'd be a lot of crossovers.
Mm. Which we're getting to that route, but it'd be a long rigmarole to get to that point. So it's good that they
Yeah, but
worked out
also
a
this is his last
yeah.
thing
That's what I'm
with
saying though. It's good that they
the
worked
main
out a
Venom. So
story. That's what I'm saying. It's good that they worked out their own story that they wanted to make unique, that works around with what they can use. So they can
I'm just happy they're not going to milk it like,
well, things always work in trilogies. Any franchise works in trilogies.
tell that to fucking Marvel.
Yeah, well, they've only done 3 Iron Man movies. They did technically 4 Thors. They've done, 3 Captain Americas. So they 3 Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they've added them all into the Avengers movies, which is like 4 or 5.
4 Avenger movies. So I mean, like
Plus
I said,
whatever else they've been in.
they're still franchise, like individual franchises, because each character, everything works in trilogies. So they still follow the recipe, but it's that's why it's kind of dodgy when you see like, oh, here's a trilogy, and then they're like, oh, here's a 4th movie, because then you go, oh, there's going to be at least basically another 2 movies.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
And it's just like, because like we had the original trilogy, and what they do, they made a 4th one, and you're like, I guess, but you know what's going to happen, because 4's never around. Like for movies, 4 isn't a round number; it's always 3. So with movies, it's always been that way. 3.
Yeah, well, Thor got 4.
Yeah, now look what's happening. We've got another Thor coming. So
No.
yeah, there's another one coming.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, it doesn't.
It better be a more serious movie.
Yeah,
It has
is.
to be.
It is. It's going back to being a bit more
Like back
serious.
like the first movie.
That's what they all said they were doing. Is they're going back to it, because he said he's back on for it, and they're doing a more serious keynote with it. So
Thank fuck for that. Because that,
But-
what, the first and second Thors are still.
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
Ragnarok. That's not as good as everyone thinks. Like I watched it again. It's like it's good.
It's works for fun, But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Though everything
But
works.
like
everything
that's where it
works in
started getting a
trilogies.
bit. Woo.
But you look at anything. Trilogy works, and then you see them try and make a 4th one. It's like, yeah, kind of worked maybe, and then they do the next one to try and save that one for the next
Yeah,
trilogy.
Matrix. Look at
like,
that turned out.
Well, anything. Look at most things where the 4th one. If the 4th one didn't do well, the 5th one isn't going to be good, and the 6th one's shit. Think of anything you've watched where that's happened and how that turned out.
I mean, Bad Boys is good.
Is it though?
Yeah, Bad Boys 3 was that Bad Boys for Life that was a good fucking movie.
And that was supposed to be their
Now
last
this
movie.
next one looks even better than that. So
And that last
back
one
to
was
proper.
they did 2. They did 2. That's technically its 3rd movie, so you give it the benefit of the doubt. So that's what to count now as the 4th movie.
Yeah, this is the 4th movie,
Yeah. So I mean, we're now in that spiral point because,
but it's not calling it 4. It's what's it called?
and that was the problem. That 3rd movie was supposed to be them coming back, and that was going to be their last movie. And look what happened. They're like, oh no, you know what? This isn't the last movie. We're going to make a 4th movie.
Because it made so much fucking money,
And it's
and they don't have to do it again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But this one does seem way better written, though. Thankfully.
Yeah. So see how we go. But I mean, you look at most things.
But then again, Beverly Hills Cop 4, that's coming out soon. It was already out.
July.
Eddie Murphy's back, baby.
MFA. So that looks good though. But that has been a long window. That's the only time I find that a 4th.
The
usually
3rd
seems
movie
to be
was
okay.
trash.
Oh, it's good, but But if you look back in the time, they were too close together when they did them. They did them like bang bang.
Yeah, compared to the second and first, it's got nothing on them.
Yeah.
That's why this 4th one better be fucking good.
It's gonna be interesting, so that's why I'm not massively holding my hopes out. I'm more just like, hey, cool, it's an Eddie Murphy
Why
movie.
would Eddie Murphy come back? It's got to be a good script, surely.
They got most of the cast back, so fingers crossed.
To me, like, it's got to be good.
But I'm like I said, like you literally look at, like I said, I'm grounded with sound and theory in mind. Like you look at anything, and it basically is that always been that way with the recipe. 3 works well. Anything more, if you do less, you're doing
Lord of the
great.
Rings and The Hobbit, they work well, all 6 movies. So
Mm. So they were lucky. But again, look at it. They did 3 Lord of the Rings. They didn't do 4 Lord of the Rings. They did 3. They did 3 Hobbit movies. They
no,
didn't do
because
4.
it
They
would
didn't do
have
5.
dragged.
That's exactly
why.
it. So like 3 is the perfect amount for
I mean,
any.
Harry Potter did well. They've got like 8, 9 movies.
That's an exception. I said it's not all the time. I said majority though. You look at anything majority.
There's a lot that have good trilogies. Like all 3 are good. All
Not a
4
lot.
are good. 5, like Die Hard. All their movies are fucking good.
I prefer the original
They
trilogy.
may
The
be
other ones.
wacky, but they're still fucking good.
The other ones got a bit. Eh. A
It's
bit.
just sad we don't get no more. There was
But
another one planned too.
that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
You look at a lot of it, and when you actually look at it, and you'll realize that the trilogy always works. Like anything.
Die Hard 4 was so good.
But when you're holding it to the other 3, you know, like it's good, but is it? You know what I mean? That good?
Yeah, it's up there with them, the first 3. The 5th one,
Yeah. See what I mean? It starts.
yeah, but the
Less.
4th one,
Well, I'm saying you look at anything that sits in a
because that 4th one had
franchise.
a big break. It had like 20-year gap in it.
Mm. But that's when it's like that though
Probably
too.
like 15.
But when it's something like
long of a
that, it
gap.
kind of is fine, acceptable to have the gap that's big enough to then come back and try and do another trilogy. It kind of works, but
Yeah, like the Lord of the Rings, then you had the Hobbit like a decade later.
because okay, like another one would be example. Okay, you look at Star Wars, the original trilogy, that's beautiful. You look how much gap there was, and then they did the prequel trilogy, and then look how much gap there
I
was.
like the prequels more though.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. So you look at it. So the original trilogy, then you got like a 25 year gap from that to when the prequel series started. And then you got like maybe 10 years after that, and then the new trilogy or whatever was started. And look at the difference. When you have a bigger gap, you got a nicer period. And then when you have a smaller gap, because it's too close to media and it's just shit.
Disney fuck Star Wars. That's what that is.
No, it was more than Disney. It was
Disney fuck
fucked.
Star Wars.
So, but like that, like I said, that's just anything. You look at anything.
What a hip our lightsaber and got a little fucking scratch.
Mm.
Fuck's sake.
But like I'm saying, like I've said this many times, you look at anything, and it's shit. Games, movies. If they try to
I'll
do like
always
a series
defend the
of music.
prequels are better than the sequels.
Yeah, exactly my point though. But
Like I'll easily take the 2000 Star Wars over the fucking 70s.
I like the originals. That we wouldn't have things we have if
I
it
don't.
wasn't for them. And they're good.
No, but like as a movie though, like the prequels are way fucking better.
But they are at a different level of a performance. They're a drama, like a theatrical drama.
Like the old ones are so overacted, it's hilarious.
Yeah, but that's its time period. You're thinking they are the aspect of them being outdated, which they kind of are.
Like
they
I can't
outdated.
watch them. Like I can, but I sit through it. I don't pay attention.
But you look at it.
But
You
the
look
fucking prequels though, they just eye candy. It's like, oh.
But again, you gotta remember they are in threes. So like most things, they are in threes. It didn't do like okay, yeah, they're numbered, but they're in threes. They did original 3 trilogy, the prequel 3 trilogy, and then the sequel 3 trilogy. They're all in threes. They didn't do 4s. They didn't do 5s. They didn't do 6. You know, even though there's 9 movies, they're in allotments of 3s, and they're very different.
No, there's another one coming, isn't there? A new Star Wars movie.
It's a new trilogy.
It's all gonna be trash.
That's what I'm saying though. Like trilogies is how it.
They better not have Skywalker at all in those ones.
It's Rey. Again, she's back.
For fuck's sake!
Have you not seen this? Have you not seen it? There's like teasers out there already. There's already like a teaser trailer kind of thing for it.
They showed her she's back. Star Wars.
I think she got a yellow lightsaber and shit. Like
I don't care for modern day Star Wars.
Yeah, she's got a yellow lightsaber. She's fucking back, and yeah, they've been fucking hyping
fucking
it up.
Palpatine, not a fucking Skywalker.
I know, like fuck me. Oh, I'm just gonna accept that I'm a Skywalker. Like that's not how that works. You're a Palpatine in heart. You can't just be like, I'm a Skywalker. Like, okay, if that's the case, I just accept to be fucking...
Disney for you.
I accept to be. I just
Fucking
assign myself and accept to be a fucking a Walt Disney. Do I get money now because I accept to be a fucking relative? I choose to be a relative, a descendant of Walt Disney. Can I get money now?
That's all
Like,
fucked,
you know what I mean? That's basically how it works. Like, oh, I'm a Skywalker now, so I deserve to have
right?
all the fucking recognition of being a Skywalker. It's like that's not how that works. You're not a Skywalker. You're a Palpatine. Like,
The internet will never forget that.
but yeah. But anyway, like I said, you look at it, it works. The system works. The
Yeah,
franchise,
but there's a lot of shit trilogies though. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good and a lot of shit.
but a lot of it is sound and a lot of it is shit. So you look at it all, unless it was planned from the properly from the get go. Like,
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings was. That was planned as a fucking trilogy. He filmed it all in one go.
yeah, and no, I'm saying if he was like to do that as a full film, like if he planned it, then that would be an exception. But he knew
I mean, he
three
could have.
works.
It still would have worked.
Three always works. Don't know what it is, but for the
Yeah, but
forever of time,
four would have worked if he did it.
three has always been the for films. You literally look at like something about it, I don't know what it is always been, but it's worked for everyone for movies and games.
Mm.
Trilogies are always the set recipe for franchises. It's
Because
always
the Hobbit should have been
trilogy,
four.
trilogy. Yeah.
I'm just still pissed that last movie was so trash. It went so fucking quick. The Battle of the Five Armies is meant to go for fucking ages.
They were going to do that as a two-parter. It was going to happen, but they said no. We'll do it as a
Yeah, because
trilogy.
Del Toro had the film first, but because Peter Jackson took over and they didn't have much time to do it.
Yeah.
Like
So
he pretty much went in with Del Toro's planning.
Yeah. So shit happened, unfortunately, but it is what it is.
Like if he had that his own way from the very start, would have been way fucking better. Well, he's doing the next movie anyway, so I don't care. Peter Jackson's back for the new Lord of the Rings movie. I'm keen. I think it continues on the Lord of the Rings, to be fair.
God, about that shit still.
I think it's about Gollum.
Yeah, there was something. They were doing something with that. That's why we end up having that Gollum game come out because.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
No.
Keep the IP going.
Again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, is what it was. But like, that's why we had like the Gollum game come out is because they were banking on the fact that there was a movie in the works, working on things, and you know what I mean. They're like, "Oh, this is coming. Let's do this."
Time, though.
No, but that's what I'm getting at though. Is like people do these things to bank on things because things are going to happen and go, "Oh, we'll do this to try and get the hype, and we'll bake it off that because this is coming out." And then they fuck up, and it's got even though it's got nothing to do with it, it's just people try and do that to keep the bank hype. So, and that's the thing. You look at anything, it happens. Like any company was like you kind of can play and go, okay, they're going to be doing something with this because this is happening. So you go, okay, what are they releasing here, or who they get some sub company releasing something. What is the bigger company doing? You know what I mean? Like there's always something going on. They always release something which is in turn promoting something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everything's always promoting something. Like whatever they're doing, releasing, making, is always promoting the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. It's all correlates. Keep that in your mind. You go, oh, I'm seeing this. What's coming then? What's happening if you're seeing this? You know, if you start seeing a random bunch of like, something coming out, like what's the thing that's coming? Like we had the Lego sets for fucking Lego Horizon. That seemed a bit random out of nowhere. It's cool. But that's why. It's because we were having a Lego game coming eventually, That's why we had the skins converted in Fortnite. All that kind of shit. It's because it's coming. Like, it's to, subliminally...
Andy Serkis is back to play Gollum too, like...
Yeah. He's the only one to really do it. No one else is going to be able to do that.
Viggo Mortensen's come back as Aragorn, maybe?
Mm.
An old Aragorn, because he would be older.
Yeah.
Ian McKellen back as Gandalf would be like he's rumored to come back. Like,
mm-hmm. So that's the thing. Like you gotta know what's going on. You gotta look at the bigger picture. If you want,
pretty much is Lord of the Rings 4. Like it continued from that. Of course.
But it's Gollum, so it's different. It's not, it's in the universe.
It's still Lord of the Rings.
It's the universe.
Gollum, but like it's continued on because all we saw at the end was Gollum just. No, he died.
Go back to the prequel stuff, or later.
It's later
There's a lot that
because
happens with Gollum. Honestly, there's so much that
yeah, but he
goes on with
died in the
Gollum.
lava. So unless he didn't die,
There's a lot that goes on with that character. So
he
you
died.
gotta you
He
gotta
got
know
fucked.
you gotta know source material. You gotta know how things work. Once you know how things work, you don't get surprised by how things happen. So you gotta know the
Oh, Ian
system.
McKellen said he'll be down to film it if he's still alive
Yeah,
because he's 85.
yeah. He's getting old now. He's old actually, but
80,
no. So
85, man.
yeah, but no. Like I said, yeah, it's one of those things. So definitely see what's happening through the week anyway, with everything's happening, and we'll have more
I'm
for
just
next week.
keen for a good fucking have Andy Serkis as a main Gollum, like the main character. Like
I mean, you can watch Planet of the Apes for that, but yeah.
that's not Gollum though.
I know it's not Gollum, but if you want Andy Serkis,
He's such a good character because he's a good guy. He
hmm,
just does things the wrong way around,
it's just because of the ring manipulation, twisted and formed him and changed him.
right?
That's mainly the issue.
The ring does that to you,
Makes you fucked. But no,
except for Bilbo and Frodo.
well, because it wasn't as long. They didn't have it as long. That was
I mean, Frodo started to get it.
he was kind of pushed.
Every time he pulled on, he went a bit, you know.
But that was kind of the base of it. That's what caused Gollum to become Gollum, because you remember he had it for so long. So the split personality became larger.
Yeah,
The fact that he was malnourished.
because Frodo's starting to get that at the end too. Like he got a bit snappy,
So you think about having that for a long duration of time, and then slowly starving and being malnourished.
and then he tried to keep the ring. Remember?
So that was just a short amount of time. Imagine if you had that going on for such like a couple of years, several years.
Yeah, well, he had it for
And then,
a decade, didn't he? Like he had it
yeah,
for a long time.
exactly. And it literally formed him and changed him. He
Then
shifted.
Bilbo had it for a long ass time. Remember, he had it for fucking all
Not
his
as
life.
not as long as Smeagol did, but yeah.
Well, he had it for a long time. He had it from when he was young till he's old.
Yeah, he had it, but he never kept playing with it like Smeagol did. Smeagol literally wore it all the time, like he was.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Yeah, but still, like he did use it, but not as much.
Because that's where he first had it, and
Mm.
twisted and changed him, and then he had it, and then he lost it, and then because there's a whole thing for that. He had it, twisted him, fused him, then he lost it,
Yeah,
and then
Bilbo
had it because he stole it from him, and then yeah.
Well, Bilbo had it, and that's when he lost it forever. So,
And then Frodo brought it back, and he's like,
I still find it funny in the riddle in that cave when he's like,
yeah,
Smeagol's he's being a creepy
oh,
cunt,
and then he steals it from him, gyps him, and steals it from him. And he's like, no,
right?
my precious. and then he finally has to come back to him with Frodo later on, and he's just like, my precious, give it back, it's mine. And he's like, no, it's
I
not.
just love how the movies connect. Like when you, because I never read the Hobbit books because fuck, they're boring.
Yeah, it can be like that.
They're very long-winded.
Yes.
So I just watched the Hobbit and went, "Oh, this is fucking cool."
It works.
But then the Battle of the Five Armies was nothing like the damn books.
I know they had to cut it down a bit. Unfortunately, it sucked.
They changed the whole thing. Like apparently, Bilbo's knocked out the whole fight in the book. Like he's just knocked out unconscious.
They changed it. It's a bit boring. Yeah, I know. He unfortunately gets knocked out, and he's just like everyone else is fighting while he's
But in the
AFK.
movie, he's like running around doing this, that. Fucking like that's not how it goes.
I know he's AFK, but I mean that kind of makes sense though, because that's kind of silly. Like, oh, he's knocked out. You missed everything.
That's the whole point. He meant to wake up and go, "What the fuck?"
I know.
Like, the movie would work like that.
But like, oh, I missed
because you're
everything.
focused on all the other aspects.
They want to get him involved.
That's how the books went. Like he literally got knocked the fuck out.
I know, it's crazy.
It's just like, well,
Yeah.
the first Hobbits were so good though.
But did you get any goodies? Did you get any stuff this week?
Yes, two things.
Two things.
One's exciting.
Yeah.
The other one, I'll get the out of the way first. It was on special, but Quantum Error.
Yep.
That game's dog shit.
Is it pretty bad? I remember you were talking
Happy I
about
paid $50 for it.
Yeah.
JB wanted like $90. I'm like, nah. But then EB had it for half price. I'm like, yeah.
It's just doo-doo in the end.
Fucking.
It's
fucked.
That's bad.
It's fucked. But hey, add it to the collection.
That's it.
And I got my.
Oh, you did get it.
I got my mini nuke.
You did get one. I know. I was so close to getting one. I was so tempted.
That's half price. I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
77.
77. Yeah, I was like, yeah, why not?
I know. I was so tempted. It's a nice mini nuke.
But then you just.
I know. It pops off.
Yeah, you pop your lid off and you get your cards.
Yeah, they have the codes on them, don't they? Or are they not? Do they actually have them on them, or are they just?
Yeah, they got the codes on them.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do it. Yeah,
the cards are pretty fucking cool.
Actually, you don't. Yeah.
Like you got your.
Each one for the special. Each one your perk.
Yeah, each fucking special like.
Yeah.
Proper like cardboard thick like.
Yeah. Oh, don't
very,
tease
very
me.
nice.
I'm still thinking I might have to get it. Because it's, yeah.
It comes with Fallout 76, so I played that on the PC.
Don't show the codes.
I already redeemed it, so.
Oh, I was going to say, don't show the code. If you already redeemed it, that's alright then.
Already redeemed them.
That's
I
alright.
did it on my phone. I downloaded Steam on my phone.
On the Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not bad collection. I was tempted. I'm like, but where am I going to put it for the intro? I'm like, oh, it's not bad price.
I got no room, but I'm like,
I know.
That shelf,
I got my Pip-Boy, and I'm like, oh, I really want to get it.
Yeah, I got my Pip-Boy too. I'm like, they're side by side, or underneath one another.
I don't really have the money. I want it, but I don't really have the money.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool though how it undoes the mini nuke. Locks it back into place.
Yeah. Yeah,
last night. Could you think about it though? That's the size of the mini nuke, right? Could you imagine the Fat Man actually to size with that? How big that Fat Man would be?
Yeah, because this is 1-to-1, isn't it? Like this is
close about that.
Carry in your pocket.
And they're large when they go into the fucking Fat Man. So imagine how big the actual Fat Man would be on your shoulder. Like
right.
It'd be as tall as, if not taller than you, and it would sit on your shoulder, and it's the big slingshot fucking cannon launcher.
It's got the button on the back too.
That's cool. It makes the noise.
I don't know what the noise is. Like it comes with a noise. You just take out the pull tab.
Yeah. Makes like noises, yeah, like the little arming noise.
I don't know what it is. I don't want to do it yet.
Explosion noise or whatever it was.
It's
pretty cool.
But like, I'm surprised how big it is. Like I didn't realize.
Oh, I really want it. Now you're teasing me more. Now I'm actually seeing it more.
Like even the detail, like the
I know.
metal, like...
It looks so good. Tease.
It is very fucking light though.
Yeah, that's good.
Like. Oh.
Go my Pip-Boy.
Quantum Error is. Buy it if you want.
Oh.
I think it's worth like $30, but.
I got my pickup for the week. It was actually Luke actually bought it for me. So I didn't even pay for this, which was pretty cool. Nice of him. That's my pre-owned sticker on it. Pre-owned copy, but it was on special.
I can't remember.
Sure. I got we've been playing it. I got the I told you Remnant 2.
Oh, 36.
36, yeah, it's pre-owned, but 36, so it's not bad.
That's cheap.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I might have that as well. Fuck.
It is on special.
Is it good fun?
Yeah, it's actually not bad. It's interesting.
First one's fucking hard.
This is kind of the same thing too, but playing together is good. I sent you that one clip, I think it was. It is on special digitally though. If you wanted to digitally get the complete collection for like $60, which isn't too bad.
I'll get the physical.
But yeah,
maybe the digital as well.
36.
I'll buy digital if it's cheap.
Well, I mean, buy this if you get a pre-owned for 36 isn't too bad because you can get the DLC for like $30. So then you're only paying a little bit more. But you get the same then as what's on special. So
what's it for brand new then? It wouldn't be much different. Like $10 difference.
40, yeah, I think it might have been 40 something.
Probably just get a brand new. Fuck it.
But whatever you can find, really, most probably.
Yeah.
If whoever has.
Right.
But it's not bad. It's been interesting.
Because like
fun.
the Remnant, they're what a Souls-like with guns, right?
It feels like I'm playing a Destiny Souls-like.
Mm.
Like it feels like Destiny because it's the loot shooter kind of style aspect of, but then it's like
Yeah.
because I mean Destiny is kind of like that because it is an RPG, so to a point it is in that same vein, I guess. But it's the more difficultness of a Souls
Oh.
like, because
I do have
Souls
to say,
roguelite-ish.
while I just seen it, Astrobot is getting a physical copy too.
Oh yeah.
110 at EB. Whew, sheesh.
So that's
The
not bad.
thing is like 80 at JB.
But yeah, I might
89, something like that.
jump back onto that for a
79.
little bit longer soon if I get off shortly because it's still a bit early, but I might jump on that back soon for a little bit longer and then go to bed.
But this is the cool thing about the Astro.
Mm.
If you buy it right, you get some physical goodies with it.
Oh, that's good.
But this is a pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
You get Astro's per rapper Love Struck Lyricist outfit,
Rapper for rapper.
glorious graffiti dual speeder paint color, Astro piece and avatars. But physically, you get a poster.
It's alright. Look at that.
Which is pretty fucking cool. You get a poster.
Oh no.
I don't know what it is though. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm buying it physically because it's fucking Astrobot. There's 80 fucking levels.
So this is that full proper game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's tons of boss battles. There's 80 levels. Like
When's
they
that?
put all the
September.
content in there. That's why it's full price.
September.
Yeah, September something. Yeah,
September.
3rd, 8th. Everything come out in September. It's fucked.
That's not bad. Still
And
haven't got it up yet. No, haven't got it up yet.
and Concord, August 23rd. It's only like a $50 game too. Here,
It's not bad.
I am keen for Concord. It looks fucking decent.
Hmm.
The gameplay looks fun as. Was it 5v5?
Something like that, yeah.
So I'm like, ew,
Ew.
that looks pretty funny.
Definitely, I'll say with Revenant 2, it is definitely more of its roguelike aspects because each games are somewhat different. Because you can be sent off into different worlds to start off with. So you do kind of explore similar locations in the end, but in different orders. Like you can get sent off to different mission worlds differently. So my
I don't think
playthrough.
Remnant's at EB anymore. I tried to search it, but only Ren and Stimpy came up.
Remnant, how you spell it? R-E-M-N-A-N-T?
R-E-M... Hey?
R-E-M-N-A-N-T. Remnant?
Remnant?
Otherwise, you might have to
Oh yeah,
try.
there's Remnant too. There it is.
Yeah.
And Remnant from the Ashes, which is the first one.
Yeah, I was tempted to get that. It's actually pretty cheap digitally. It's only like $16 on the store. It's pretty cheap, and the DLCs are free. So there's a bunch of free DLCs for it. So I was like, maybe. You've muted yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I just
There's a Nintendo only exclusive for 47.
Wait, what? Remnant.
Metroid Prime Remastered for 47.
I was gonna say, Remnant on Nintendo.
I think it's on the Switch, yeah. Yeah, it is. Remnant from the Ashes on the Switch.
Oh
So's
my
no, 2 isn't.
No, 2's pretty hefty.
1 is there.
Mm.
And Remnant is not on Xbox at EB.
Mm. On PlayStation.
Not that you play on Xbox anyway now, so.
Yeah, I play it on PS5 as it is, so.
Oh yeah, Remnant 2, 47 for normal.
Yep.
I'm iffy about pre-owned games online in case you don't get the original case.
Oh.
That's what's fucky, because they'll send you one that hasn't got like this and
Yeah.
this, or it's fucked up.
You get something that's not with the label, or yeah, I know.
I'm like,
You know, see, that's the thing.
Hey,
I don't know why they don't though. I don't know why they can't. They have this shitty like cases that they put in there for pre-owned, and they write on it like it's like or print on it, it's like this game.
mm,
Why can't they just photocopy copies of the cover and then just have them to give out like shitty? It's better having a photocopied cover than having a
just
fucking
having that
shitty.
EB like.
Yeah, like have a fucking do a montage version where it's like a print of the cover and the fucking thing, and then just slap it on there like.
Because I got Alan Wake like that. They sent me. Remember they sent.
Mm.
Was it the P? No, the Xbox one.
The blank cover because it was pre-owned.
They sent the Xbox. I said PlayStation.
It's like why? Like why can't they just photocopy covers? Like why can't they do that? I used to do that. Do myself. I ended up doing myself.
Then again, they have the proper stuff to make covers, so.
Like I don't get it. Just chuck it on there and chuck
When
it
did
in the
Remember
fucking
2
case.
come out?
Yeah, for a bit now, I think.
Yeah, it didn't come out that long ago.
Last year?
It's done by Gearbox.
Yeah, last year I think came out. Gunfire Games, Gearbox, THQ Nordic.
Yeah.
It's it's very recent because it's PS5. So I think
Is
it's
it
only
published by?
I think it's
Is
only
it published
on
by
PS5.
Gearbox? Is it?
Yeah, but I think it's only on PS5 and like Series X. I don't think it was on like PS4. And
Yeah. It's not on PS4 and that, I don't think.
like it's proper next gen, and that's why it's good. I
Ooh,
have
the
a
Xbox
PlayStation.
Series X version pre-owned is 28.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
It's Xbox. It's doo doo. Most probably on Game Pass.
But yet the new copy's the same price as new on PS5. So 47.
Uh,
I don't get it.
Anyway, anything else?
Not that I can. Apart from like, I may
I ranted
have
on
some
about
thoughts
You
on
made me.
either on the Twitters about some showcases coming up. I think
Yeah.
there's one tonight.
Well, that's what I was
actually,
gonna say.
from someone.
We'll mention that. Like, I've got to go through the list through the week anyway, and work out this. Hopefully, this stuff. Maybe put some stuff on the website and the socials. Get some screenshots maybe or something.
Oh, I've been playing some Lawnmower Sim.
Yeah, I noticed that. I watched you pop up saying it, and I was like, "What the fuck is he playing this for?"
I'm just saying.
I was like, "What the fuck are you playing this for?" You know, it's co-op, right?
It's on the pass, isn't it? You can play it. I'm pretty sure.
Because what have you been playing it on?
PS5.
PS5. Oh yeah, it is.
I think it's on the.
It
It's
is.
on extra.
It is one of those games. I could install it. It is cold. We could.
It's
play
only
together.
like it's a fucking small game.
Yeah. It's in the same veins of like fucking House Flipper and all that kind of stuff. Same like mechanics.
Or more like Power Sim. Power Sim.
Well, all those games have like the very basic same mechanics and graphics. They're all very similar, like engines they use to make them.
Although the Lawnmower Sim looks pretty fucking good.
It looked like it was. It
House
literally.
Flipper 2 is on sale for like
Yeah.
30-40 bucks at EB.
But
I think about
I
not
know.
fucking long ago.
I know.
not
It only
long
dropped
ago.
like end of last year, start of this year. When was it? It was only recent.
Start of this year, I think.
Like it's very recent. I was like, fuck. But no, I'll get that on.
Like, I
I'll
might
play.
just pick it up.
I'll play that
Fuck.
with you because that's co-op as well. So, but like I said, well, House Flipper 2's co-op. But definitely Lawnmower Sim's supposed to be co-op from what I remember.
Lawnmower Sim's fun because one can mow, one can whippersnip.
I know we could do that. Just stick around.
And you can alternate. So
yeah. And then we can have Smoko. All right, Smoko. Sit on the driveway.
I'm trying to platinum it.
Yeah.
All right. There's also DLC. There's like a dino park, one of them.
There's a lot of different things in those.
I'm like, ooh.
There's not much you really have to do to really platinum it. Like, it's pretty straightforward. It's just
All there
playing
is. You have to do the whole game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just basic playing it and doing a few things, but like, it's nothing
You have
strenuous.
to 100% the game, really. That's about it.
Which is not bad. Like, that's what I like. You're nothing.
You've also got. It took me a few tries, but I finally got my trophy where I had to do a whole lawn without a penalty or a fine.
Yep.
Sometimes it's difficult because if you bump your thing on anything, it's a fine.
Demerit. I know you're gonna be very meticulous. That's
You
what
bump anything, you like cut the wrong bit of grass. You like.
Oh god. Yeah, that's one.
Once I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm like, why is my lawnmower going boom, 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 boom?
Oh no.
I was grinding the back of it on along a fence. I'm like, no.
You hitting the panel, the vent. Oh,
I'm
you
like, bruh.
dickhead. Oh,
And then because
penalty.
you have eco mowers, you have
Yep,
mulchers, you have sides, the one that spit out the side.
yep,
You have a catch-all one,
yep.
and I did one where that spits out the side, right? You have to pick up every bit of grass.
I remember playing it. I think it was on the Xbox. I remember no, it was might have been on PC. But I remember playing and I started the start up and I'm like, because it's just the basic mower at the start and said brrr, and like okay, yep, and I was going across the lawn and I'm like,
Yeah,
what? Yeah, and I'm like doing the thing, I'm like yeah, and then I'm like, why is nothing cutting? Because I didn't turn the blades on. So I'm like, nah, nice and neat, and then turn around. I'm like, wait, why is nothing cutting? Because I didn't lower and put the
yeah,
blades
because you
on.
have to like hold then the X to start your mower. You have to
Yeah,
press right on the D-pad to put it into gear,
yeah.
like throttle it.
There's a whole step
Then you
to
have to
it.
like lower the blades. Then you have to turn the blades on.
No, I was like, oh, and then I went over one patch, and because I was trying to figure it out, like the cut lengths were different as well,
No,
because I didn't like, and I was like, fuck this shit, dropped it on low on the one setting once I figured it, just mowed everything. I didn't care, and I think it was too short from what they requested the lawn to be cut at, because you had to do
no.
the height, and I was like, nah, fuck this shit, and just had it on low and just mowed the whole lawn, and it was meant to be like 5 centimeters, like it had to be a certain height. Because that was like what the customer wanted,
Yeah,
and I
it'd be
was like,
like
nah.
between 5 and 6
Yeah, and
usually.
I just did it straight bottom and just fucking cut it back to the bare minimum, and then they're like the customer's pissed off, kind of thing. And I was like,
Wow,
their lawn's mowed, it'll grow back. Fuck them.
wow.
Yeah, went around, fucking mowed it. It was great.
That's funny as
And
fuck
then there was
though.
another one I did where they're because like in like we'll see for me with house flipper when you mowed, you only mowed things that you could actually mow. So like hedges and
Hmm.
stuff, it was like okay, it's not too big of a problem. Some of the plants and garden beds is fine. So when you mowed, it wouldn't destroy them. And I was like, let's fucking mow. And I just mowed up the hedges and just took everything out because I just went over it with the mower and just took out the whole flower bed. And I was like, fuck this
Fuck's
shit,
sake.
basically. Yeah, so that happened to me as
What the
well.
fuck?
Just fucking flattened all the fucking flowers and mowed all the flowers. I was like, oh well, whoops.
They wouldn't be happy with that.
Because I was just like, this is like House Flipper, it should be right. And yeah, because House Flipper has no logic, so it's fine. You can just
House
mow through.
Flipper 2 does though. That's a good thing.
You could mow. That was the problem with like. I mean, it was good, but it was the problem with House Flipper is if there was a tree, they'd go transparent, so you could just mow through trees. So you know how you always find it meticulous to mow around a
The
tree.
fuck?
You know that's edge. You know how trying to edge a tree with a mow and you can't, so you
Yeah.
got to get the whip snipper out. You could just mow through. So you just mow through a tree because trees would just disappear, make no logical sense, and then just go.
You
Yep.
know, the the best lawn cutting game is 7 Days to Die.
Yeah.
You know, you can get scissors and cut your lawn.
Go through and just cut him with the scissors, like that's hilarious. Cut him down. Oh
You literally
god,
cut the grass with scissors.
like
It
why?
took forever, but we did it.
Like why? Just because it's a mechanic. It's like we put it in here.
Like 7 Days to Die comes into finally 1.0 soon.
Yeah, I know it
It's been a
changes a lot of
whole
it.
decade plus of early access.
I know. Apparently, it's supposed to change a bit too. Like it's another change to
Yeah,
it.
it's got to be on the new. It's on the new engine, I think, and all that.
Mm. So it's gonna be
So
interesting. Because
I think if you already own the game, you get the game, and you get it.
yeah, because you already have the game. Like it rolls over.
I've got it in my wardrobe somewhere.
Yeah.
I neatly put all my PS4 games in the. This wardrobe is massive, man.
Yeah.
I'll show you after the potty.
Uh,
It's so good.
so good. That's what you want
So
though. You got the
good.
space. I know you showed me the shelf. I was like, that was cool. Up against, I was like, yeah. Be good when you get yourself all set up properly and you can have everything
And
in
this
a
is out
spot.
there.
Everything in a spot. Everything has its place. I know.
Well, when I get that next shelf, it's gonna go right over there
right over there.
or out there. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Don't know.
But I'm thinking of getting another 3 or 4 of those shelves.
Yeah, well, they're good shelves.
Well, the fact I got them in
Solid.
stock again, I'm like, they didn't have them for a long fucking time since I got that one.
Because it's solid hardwood.
Oh, it's engineering wood.
More engineering wood, but it's wood. It's wood. It's proper wood.
It's not that shitty chip particle board bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
As you know, it's not the best thing to fucking
No,
like.
no, we're not.
Those white cubes, they're fine.
They're
But you move
good.
them, or if you move and they get like, as soon as you pick them up, they're gonna be fucked.
Had that with a lot of my shelves when I moved, so pretty shit.
I try you both to build your own shelves, really.
Yeah, it's good to have them when
Build
you
them the
have
way
them,
you
but
want them.
half time you have them for a bit, you use them when you move, they fall apart, then you buy new ones. Like,
Yeah,
for
they're
a
like
year or
30,
two,
50 bucks. So.
so it's not too bad. So,
But that thing's $100, which is not bad for that shelf.
but you pay that and it's gonna last you for forever, you know. Unless you
Well, I
decide
have heard that engineering would last decades, so
yeah,
like,
a lot better.
although with the, I don't know when it happened, but if you look at the picture I sent you, the first, not the ground one, but the first and the next shelf are bowed a little bit, like it goes.
Mostly because of how the weight of stuff sitting on it has like bowed it.
Nah, it was
Or
moving it. I think
okay, maybe how you had it strapped down.
yeah, because my brother Ratchet strapped it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It would have pulled.
So I think
And
maybe then,
yeah,
because it wasn't flat. So I'm guessing it was on a little angle.
and ratchet
And the way he
strapping would
picked
have
it
pulled
up, he
it.
just lifted up by himself and just moved it. So I don't. It could have been any time. But
Damn.
fucking heavy.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want to
Ow.
build the next one either. I
Oh,
don't want to. $37 shipping.
oh,
That's
jeez.
not freaking bad.
No,
$120 with 30 shipping
that's pretty good.
for that. So I tell you, I want to fucking buy. Don't buy it because then you'll leave none for me. But I want all the shelves.
Well, hopefully it is the same because I mean it was the same one. Yeah, definitely the engineering. Because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
the
because
fucking.
I went to my recent orders and that's still there.
That's alright then.
I just clicked on it and that popped up. So
Because I know we had that problem last time when we were looking at them. There was ones that looked like it, but it was the chipboard. It's like fucking. We don't.
no,
we
this
don't,
is still the same.
Yeah. I remember we were
Thankfully,
looking.
because
I
it's the
remember
same brand.
when you were showing me and we were looking at it. We had to go through it and we were like looking, and we're like,
Oh,
no,
the
the chipboard.
black and white one version of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were the chipboard versions because that's why they were cheaper. I was like, this seems cheap. You're like, oh, these are cheaper. I'm like, this seems a bit weird. Why they're cheaper than the one you paid
yeah.
for?
But yeah, this
fine.
is back. The one that I paid for that one is back. So
That's
I'm like,
alright.
yes.
That's good.
I'll
That's
have
what
to pay
you
120
want.
bucks.
Yeah, that's not bad price for what you're getting. But anyway,
When I pay them off, I'll just get more and more and more and more and more and more.
that's it. Ooh.
Have unlimited. Have a whole wall full of them.
The mic picked that up.
Huh?
I farted and the mic picked it up.
Hey, that what that was.
Yeah, I watched. I was sitting there like, I wonder if I was going to pick it up, and I watched, and I was looking at the microphone. I went kind of quiet, and you were talking. I saw the green bar go. Brrrt. Yeah, and like, oh, there we go. It's in the body now. So, kind of big ripper on that one.
Imagine the audio listeners.
You just because my mic's sitting low too. I got a little coffee table picked up from cheap, so I was like, "Yep, that'll work for a little side counter."
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, going from Coles.
Because these come with a little screw base. It sits on a little base damn thing. I was like, that'd be lovely instead of having this fucking thing connected to the
well, at the
fucking
moment I've
step
got
ladder.
that's on the table. I've got my camera on my tripod, so it works at the moment. My light's set up. We're gonna put everything out the way.
Right?
But anyway, yeah, no, so it's not too bad. So, what was it? So I've been playing that.
I've been playing a lot more tennis too.
I was gonna get around to getting that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna play it or not. That's why I
Get it
haven't
while
got it
it's
yet.
cheap.
Well, it's kind of cheap. It's only a little bit cheaper. It's not much.
Oh, so it's not big then. Not a big difference.
No, it's only like $10 off or something like that. 10,
Oh.
15 or something like that. It's not much. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, am I gonna play it? I just keep
I
thinking.
mean, of course
like,
you would.
It's like, am I gonna play it?
Because I'm on there a lot. Then you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Indeed.
It is addictive. Like,
Yeah.
because the online of it,
Yeah.
you're versing other people around the world.
I know it's hard because some games feel like I'm like, oh, this sounds good. I'm like, I'd play the shit out of it. And it's like, oh, I don't touch it at all. I'm like,
Like Hot Wheels, we haven't played Hot Wheels yet.
I know, like we've got it. I've nearly
I
got
put
all.
mine on the shelf. I'm like, Hot
I
Wheels.
got
Wink.
most on because what do you got it on? Xbox, PlayStation,
PlayStation. Remember, it's
PS5.
crossplay.
I know, but I'm just wondering whether do I get it again on the
I think it's
PS5.
cheap. Like right now, it's
I
cheap.
think it is like it's. I think it was like phenomenally cheap. Like it's
20
weirdly enough.
bucks was up, 20 odd bucks. I'm
Cause
like,
I've got most of the achievements already on Xbox. Like it's not that hard to do a lot of the
no, plus we can
achievements.
just grind it on PlayStation. So,
Yeah, and then therefore we don't
and
have to
another
worry.
platinum for you, my
And then we
boy.
don't have to worry about cross playing. Like we're straight up fucking on the same system. Like
I mean, we cross played the first time,
I know,
remember? Because I was on
but like I said,
PlayStation.
I know that's it. I was like I couldn't be bothered with the PlayStation, but now that I play more with the PS5, it's like what's stopping
Oh,
me?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Kind of thing.
Let me just have a look. Hot Wheels.
But I still got to get like that one
I am
achievement.
pissed because we paid full price for that fucking
I
thing.
know, and then it dropped so quickly. I was like, for fuck's sake. So quickly it dropped.
Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, is it?
Yes.
$36.
Yeah.
Wait, the one with the car is still $100.
Oh, that's crazy.
How's that still in stock though?
What meals? What meals? Millie Bum? Looking at me.
How's that still in stock though? Like it's on every platform still.
I know it didn't.
PS4,
It didn't.
5,
I
Xbox.
don't think it really sold the second one. Like
And it's still $100 fucking dollars.
I know it's weird. The first one
But you
sold
can
out
buy
like the first
Unleashed
one
2 normal for 30 to 40 bucks.
like the first one sold out so quickly with the collector's edition.
That's all you need to buy anyway, because you've already got the car. So
Yeah, exactly. But like I'm saying, there's like the first game sold out so quickly. It was so hard to get that, things like that or whatever,
yeah,
etc.
well, I got that by accident because I just bought it. It's like, yeah, it comes with a steelbook and bone shaker. And then I'm like,
Oh yeah.
you're like, oh fuck, it's gone. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like I only just bought that. Like, how's it gone?
Oh no, it's another one coming.
It was so weird. But I think you can... What was that?
That was I farted again. It was a laugh fart.
I go, oh.
The mic picked it up again. Oh, it's gonna be so bad on the.
That sounded like someone's going. Oh.
I should just clip that out. I should just clip that out for the potty. Just clip that out for a short. Just me farting into the mic.
Right?
Because I'm wondering how that sounds.
It sounded like someone will go. Oh.
Sorry. I just had a gas build up and I'm like, my god. Oh, like I don't want to shit myself, so I'm trying to.
You don't want to shit yourself.
I feel like if I farted, sit in a certain way, I'd shit myself.
Right, especially right now because you already did 2.
So if I sit in a certain spot, it would just let air out, and I don't accidentally shit myself. Oh god. Well, on that note, do we want to wrap it up there before I keep farting even more into the mic?
Well, this is episode 22, right?
Yeah, 22. And then you go.
On that note, Beardies and Beardheads.
My god. Fucking hell.
We appreciate you just watching, listening. Wonderful Saturday. As always, we've been Taylor and Jim. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
My PJ.
No, I can't. I was like, oh,
They're
I'm
actually
like,
Dad's PJs, but
your dad's PJs.
I don't have any. Yeah.
You gotta get yourself some. It's winter time.
I will some of these.